Hey guys, Mark, Van Crazy Customs here in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia. Hey, a couple of you have been asking about a little more explanation on how we make our hoods, what the difference is in our hoods and our competitors' hoods. So anyway, I want to try to do a little video today and show you guys what we do and how we do it, see if it answers any of your questions that you may have. And listen, before you all start busting my chops, I'm not a video guy. I'm a body and fender man by trade. I built some pretty cool van parts. So cut a brother slack on the video. Anyway, here's what we got going on. Start with a factory hood. We're going to do the Chevrolet today. This Chevrolet hood, we have them anywhere from 71 to 95 in this particular model we're working on today. We start with a factory hood. Nothing crazy. All right, you guys go to the junkyard, you pick them up. We do the same thing. We turn around and we cut all these little spot welds out that you see here on the skin, and we go ahead and pop the whole skin off of the reinforcement. We then turn around, send the lower reinforcement to the sandblasting shop, and you wind up with a piece of something like this. Sandblasted on the bottom. It was also sandblasted on the top, but I already etch primed it before I thought about making the video. But that's an acid etch primer, black acid etch primer that we put on. We go ahead and seal that with a little bit of enamel so that we don't have any issues with water coming back later on or moisture contaminating the top of your hood between your reinforcement and your skin. So we try to do a good job, get all the rust off of anything that's in there already, get everything cleaned up and ready to go. Okay? Next step, we go over, we pull our mold out, we lay up the part. It looks like this hairy thing when you're done. Okay, this is right out of the mold this morning. This is the hood scoop. This is the 70 Chevrolet hood, or I'm sorry, 71 and 95 hood. It's got PVA still on it where it just came out of the mold this morning. This stuff rinses off. It's a protective barrier that you put between the polyester or the gel coat and the mold so that the thing will release out of the mold. What we do next is we wind up with a nice clean part. This here is trimmed up. You can see that all of our edges are bent or actually made this way so that they have a nice bonding seal on the edges. The inside edge is the same way. Just rolls underneath just like the factory does. The only seam that we have that's not factory is the very back edge. They have to bond together, but we still leave the reinforcement lip on so that it makes the bottom edge. We do a little body work on the back edge. We actually use a lot of the epoxy that we use to bond the two together to finish that edge. So there's a very, very little bit of body work that's even done to this thing, or actually body plastic that's put in this thing when it's done. When you get all done, you wind up with a product. Looks like this. Steel lower reinforcement, factory mounting points, you can see there. Factory mounting points, you can see for the latch. There's our card, right there. Oh, that's good, right? Wind up with a scoop. You wind up with a panel from front to back, side to side, all one piece. And then we also, when we're bonding the two together, we have a chemical company that's making our panel bonders for us now. We go ahead and bond around the scoop also. That way if you want to cut the inside out, there's a water barrier there for any moisture that comes in to come back out the same hole. That's basically how we do it. We'll turn around, we'll etch prime the bottom of this one. We'll put a K primer on the top for you when you're done. We do have a little bit like that finish edge on the back that we have to do a little bit of just a little bit of body work to, nothing heavy. Very, very small amount of body filler. Wind up with a 2K primer on there if it's ready for you when you go. We 80 sand them, turn around and 220 them. One more time, put a second coat of K primer on. So when you guys get it, you should be able to just scuff it up and put some color on it. Anyway, that's how we build things here. We try to go the extra mile, make sure everybody's good and happy. Turns out pretty stinking cool. Y'all take care. I'll see you at the next.